All right, let's get straight to it. In this PowerPoint, I'm going to prove that this whole alien UFO agenda is satanic and demonic. But before I could prove that, I have to prove that there actually is a spirit realm. Or let me not call it a spirit realm. Let me say, basically, whether you want to call them God, Mother Nature, aliens, demons, angels, whatever. Everybody understands, and every culture from back in the day, thousands of years ago, prehistoric to now, there's been in some shape, form, or fashion, the story has been that a higher entity with more understanding and more power than us has come down and has interacted with humans. We all understand that. That's what I'm saying to you. And as you can see from this picture, these is thousands of years ago. I think this is from the Mayans. This is Mayan sculptures, but look. This is thousands of years ago. They making sculptures of their deities. He looked like he got an astronaut helmet on, a mouthpiece. Down here, you can see this is the thing right here that Darth Vader has on his chest that be lighting up, the electrical thing. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. So this concept of a deity has been around for thousands of years. Every culture has this. Look. This is Pakal the Great. This is their deity. This is another culture's deity. Look, he looks like he's in some form of spaceship or some form of vehicle. He looks like he's in. This on the in the middle is the temple. This is the cover of his tomb. And this on the left is a picture of it, and this on the right is a sculpture that an artist made, like a replication of it. But you see, he's in some form of vehicle. You see he got his foot on the pedal over here. You see he got like something around his nose or his eyes. You see he's holding on to something like a steering wheel or something. You see the seat that he's in. You see it. So this form of, as you can see, once again, so many different cultures and religions, all of the story is basically the same. A higher entity came out the sky or manifested and presented himself or their self, whatever they are, to humans and has been interacting with humans. And it's in the Bible. I'm going to show it. As you can see, Ezekiel was talking about a spacecraft. He had an encounter with a UFO. As you can see on the left, prehistoric ancient sculptures. Look at the guy. He has like the suit on. Do you see? He has like the seatbelt like in the rocket ships or like in the Lambos, the Ferraris. Do you see? He's in he has some type of helmet on. It's some type of engine above his head. Do you see? This looks like he's in some type of vehicle. But look, I'm going to prove first, before I prove that it's satanic, I first have to prove that it's real. And even the U.S. government, all the governments around the world are now coming out and disclosing it like a soft disclosure, basically telling you that higher entities are real. Why are they saying this all of a sudden? All of a sudden? All of a sudden now? Now them all of a sudden now it's UFOs is real. Why now?
Briefly, do you believe, just for the record, that the federal government, any part of the federal government, is knowingly concealing evidence about UAPs from the public?
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes.
Thank you. I also want to just go down the line. I know many of you have already said this, but just for the record again, just briefly, what do you believe UAPs could be or are?
Strong evidence that they are non-human, higher intelligence.
I echo my colleague's comments, sir. Genuinely do not know.
Don't know, but we must find out. Okay, thank you. I appreciate those answers.
Exactly. Now, just in case that audio was bad, let me play it again. Let me play it again.
Briefly, do you believe, just for the record, that the federal government, any part of the federal government, is knowingly concealing evidence about UAPs from the public?
Yes, sir.
100%. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I also want to just go down the line. I know many of you have already said this, but I just, for the record again, just briefly, what do you believe UAPs could be or are?
Strong evidence that they're non-human, higher intelligence.
I echo my colleague's comment, sir.
Genuinely do not know.
Don't know, but we must find out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate those answers.
Yeah, and UAPs are the new term for UFOs. They don't call them UFOs no more. They call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, because sometimes it's not a craft. Sometimes it's a orb of light, or it might look like a piece of metal, or it might be something, smoke, something might appear. You get what I'm saying, you? But it's something, as you can see, they said a higher intelligence that's not human. And these is people that work for the government in the high levels of CIA, FBI, the aerospace system, MUFON, all of them. Look, let me show more of it. Let me show more. So this ain't nothing new. Everybody knows that they're coming out now and saying that it's real. Why all of a sudden?
To your knowledge, any communication with a non-human life form?
So the term communication is a bit of a trick word because there's verbal communication like we're having now. The problem is you also have nonverbal communication. And so I would say definitively yes, but from a nonverbal meaning, when a Russian reconnaissance aircraft comes into U.S. airspace, we scramble 2 F-22s, and we are certainly communicating intent and capability. I think the same goes with this. We have these things that are being observed over controlled U.S. airspace, and they're not really doing a good job hiding themselves. They're making it pretty obvious they have the ability to even interfere with our nuclear equities and our nuclear readiness.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? This is why he just told on himself. This is why he's saying that. It's a demonic undertone. You got to pay attention. He said, listen, they not even doing a good job of trying to hide themselves. See, the Freemasons, the Satanists, they know now we almost at the end, allegedly. You get what I'm saying to you? So now he see that all of this unidentified aerial phenomena, all of this supernatural stuff is just happening out of nowhere now. So now they trying to come out with a lie and finesse you away from God. You get what I'm trying to explain to you? The government ain't never told nobody the truth from the beginning. Even now they saying UFOs real. People knew. I'm about to prove how long people been saying UFOs is real. They making people seem like that, like they crazy. Tinfoil hats, they killing people, all kind of stuff. How long? For now, all of a sudden, now it's real. Now it's real. They showing fake mummy bodies and all of that. Fake alien mummies and all of that. But look, he low-key trying to get right with God, I think, because, all right, you telling us, but then you not telling us. First you saying it's real. Okay, so we dealing with a higher intelligence, right? But now listen to what he says. Watch how it's a low-key demonic undertone, and I'ma prove it. Watch, I'ma prove it. With facts, with federal documents, I'm gonna prove it. But this is the guy, Alien Elizondo, that's his name. And he came out like a few years ago because he was the head of the CIA's task force when it came to UFOs and anything supernatural. He was the guy who was in charge of running that division for the government. So now he came out and was like, "Yo, it's real." You know, everybody's seen all of the videos that the government put out, the Pentagon put out. But listen to what he says about the UFOs. Listen to what he says.
I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret sap, and I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret sap, and they were telling me to stop, and I said, okay.
A SAP is a secret access program. That's when the government get taxes for it, but they don't got to tell us nothing about it. They'll kill you over it, allegedly. If you try to, they don't even got to tell the president about it. It's top secret. They could do whatever they want to do. That's a special access program. Excuse me. But let's play it from the beginning.
I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret SAP, and they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir. So it's ours." And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic, and we should not be pursuing them."
You heard him? Exactly. He just told the whole satanic agenda right there. He said, this is the guy that the government got in charge of investigating it. So this is the guy that the United States has in charge of investigating UFOs, UAPs, anything supernatural. You heard? He said that he thought it was our technology, and that the people that he's speaking to in the government, high ranks in the government, they allegedly and probably Freemasons too, devil worshippers too, allegedly. But he said he was talking to them thinking it was our own technology. And they telling him no. And then the guy is asking him, "Yo, have you read your Bible lately?" And he like, "What you mean by that?" He like, "If you read your Bible, you'll know that these things are demonic. We ain't supposed to be chasing after them. They demons. But I'm going to show you that they acting like they don't know what's going on when, like he just said, they know it's demonic and they've been new for hundreds and hundreds of years. Watch. But let me prove it a little bit more that this is real. You see? Because it goes back to this, the Collins elite. That's why I put it at the end of my Freemasonry / witchcraft / Satanism exposed, because that's how they speak to these higher entities, through the satanic ritual, through ritual sacrifice, blood sacrifice. And watch, that's the Collins elite. The Collins elite was a rumored government group that was involved in the research of UFOs and believed that aliens were more demonic than they were extraterrestrial. That's the same thing he just said. That's the same thing he just said. Let's listen to it again.
I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret SAP, and they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir. So it's ours?" And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic, and we should not be pursuing them."
Exactly. They're demonic. So this goes back to the Collins elite back in the day. They're demonic. And the U.S. government is acting like they don't know they're demonic, even though low-key they're doing blood rituals, blood sacrifice, sex magic rituals, and satanic rituals, demonic rituals, allegedly. Let me say allegedly, because these is powerful people I'm dealing with. But they're doing all this, summoning these. Remember I told you, when you get to the higher degrees of Freemasonry and Satanism, you get the royal art. The royal art is you get to practice witchcraft, which means you get magic with technology. You get to allegedly control the weather. All of that's forms of witchcraft, magic. You get technology, but the other thing is this. You also get to summon demons. A demon is an extraterrestrial. An angel is an extraterrestrial. That's something that don't come from Earth with a higher intelligence. You get what I'm saying to you? So back in the day, if this entity really comes to them prehistoric civilizations, them ancient civilizations, and they see him like this, you damn right he gonna be a god to them. You damn right he gonna be a god to them. This look like Indians. I pull up, I'm an Indian, and this dude pull up like this. What you think I'ma think? I'm be like, oh yeah, he must be God. Yeah, I gotta worship him. Da 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 da. That's the devil. That's the devil finessing. He just use a different name and he'll wait a little while, use a different name with a different civilization, and spoon feed them the technology. Spoon feed them the technology. So he got a name over here in this one. He got another name to them. He probably Pakal the Great, the alien. He got another name here. Now they trying to back him out again as a green man, as a UFO. They trying to back him out again. It's demonic. It's demonic. And the Collins Elite was a group that was first they started off and investigating the UFOs and the extraterrestrials and anything supernatural, but they found out allegedly that most of the people who was researching this was going through the only way they was contacting these extraterrestrials, aka demons, was through the satanic ritual, through blood sacrifice. No remorse, just science. Just science. It was demons that was explaining all of this to people. Human beings, for the most part, are dumb. It takes mad long to figure something out. How many times you see a person take a whole lifetime just to get over one addiction? Something that they know in their brain really killing them and they still doing it? Human beings do. People smoke cigarettes every day. They know them give them cancer. They still do it because it feel good. So who explains all of this? Who explains all of this? Who explains Wi-Fi to humans? It's invisible. Who explains oxygen? Radiation. Who explains this to them? It has to be explained to people. I can't wake up one day, me and my family wake up one day and we could just create electricity. Who explains that to people? Who explains that to them? So you obviously know it's real. You get what I'm saying to you? You obviously know it's real. In some shape, form, or fashion, you obviously know it's real. But it's low-key demonic. It's demonic. And I'm about to prove it with facts now. No more videos. I'm going to prove it with United States documents, federal documents. Do you see? This is FBI memo 6751. Declassified in 2010. Written in 1947. And it acknowledges the existence of an alien presence, bro. It literally speaks of multi-dimensional beings similar to humans, but larger in size. The memo says the purpose of their visit is peaceful. And this is from 1947. The U.S. government been admitting that they already was in contact and was talking to demons, allegedly. To multi-dimensional beings. Let's call them that with quotation. DK. And it proves, just like the Bible be talking about, that there's 7 different worlds. Meaning, like the multiverse they be showing in Marvel and DC? It's mad different universes on top of each other. This proves it. This proves it. And I'm going to zoom in. I blew it up a little bit. I'm going to zoom in so we can read a few passages. But they told on themselves. OD. They told on themselves. Number 1, they told that it's satanic. And number 2, they showed that these ain't little green men. These is entities, multi-dimensional entities that could pop up, come to our existence, leave like angels. And watch, they're going to say it. They're just not using that terminology. They're trying to use a modern terminology. If they Masons and they devil worshippers, what do you think? They want to use biblical terms? They don't. But watch, they're going to tell on themselves. Look, let's read some of it. Let's start here where it's underlined. It says the writer has little expectation that anything of import, meaning importance, will be accomplished by this gesture. Do you see? So it's saying the person who's writing this, he don't think nothing gonna happen sending this in, but he still feels like he's supposed to send it in. It says, listen to this part. It says the mere fact that the data herein were obtained by so-called supernormal means is probably sufficient to ensure it's damn, I can't really see it. This is mad messed up. It's probably sufficient to ensure its disregard by nearly all the persons addressed. Nevertheless, it seems a public duty to make it available. All right, hold up. Where's the other part? Okay, look. It says if one of these, right here, we're going to start right here. It says if one of these should be attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. Okay, where's the other part? This is why they won't want to tell us right here, because this is how they feel. Do you see? In the public mind, this might create near panic and international suspicion. This is what they the fake excuse that they trying to use that they don't tell us. You get what I'm saying to you? But what's really going on is that y'all summoning demons and worshiping Lucifer on the low. Watch. But now let's go to what they talking about. These is what they talking about, the beings that they seen and the research that they done. Look what they said. They said, let's go back for a second. They said the mere fact right here, the mere fact that the data herein were obtained by so-called supernormal means. How did they get this information by supernormal means? Maybe a satanic ritual. Maybe that's the supernormal means. Who knows? I don't know. Allegedly. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm just saying, maybe that's the supernormal means. What does that mean? But look what it says. Number one, part of the discs, they talking about the flying saucers, part of the disc carry crews, meaning like they had crews in the ship, supernatural beings, entities. Others are under remote control. Their mission is peaceful. How would you know their mission is violent or peaceful if you ain't communicate with them? So why was this guy again sitting there lying, talking about he don't know whether we communicated with them or not?
To your knowledge, any communication with a non-human life form?
So the term communication is a bit of a trick word because there's verbal communication like we're having now. The problem is you also have nonverbal communication. And so I would say definitively yes, but from a nonverbal meaning, when a Russian reconnaissance aircraft comes into U.S. airspace, we scramble two F-22.
What do you mean from a nonverbal meaning? How is it a nonverbal meaning, but you saying this now to us, but damn near 100 years ago, where is that? Damn near 100 years ago, you was telling us that they visit is peaceful. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this plane. How you know they contemplate setting up shop on Earth? If it was nonverbal communication. How? Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's satanic. It's an evil agenda, low-key. It's just that everybody got technology now. Everybody got a phone. 300, 400 years ago, they could finesse you. Even 100 years ago, when everybody was saying they were seeing flying saucers, what they was doing? Talking about, he a tinfoil hat, man. He crazy. Da-da-da-da-da. They was trying to make it seem like you crazy. Now you got Google and YouTube. They can't do it no more. So now they at the point where they can't tell you all the truth, but they got to at least acknowledge that it's happening. So now they going to try to finesse you with the green men and this UFOs from another planet. They not on another planet. They here. And this document proves it. Look what it says. Number 3, the visitors are human-like but much larger in size. That's this guy right here again. Maybe that's him. Pakal the Great. When you look him up, they were saying he was allegedly double, triple, quadruple the size of the regular people, but he looked like humans. And he's traveling in and out of space. That don't sound like out this document. Out this document. But watch, I'm going to show you that they doing something satanic too. Look what it says. Number 4, they are not excarnate earth people. Excarnate means like flesh. You heard? Like flesh. Like soul and flesh. They are not excarnate earth people, but come from their own world. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? So they not flesh. So they not flesh. So if they not flesh, but they sentient beings, that mean they spirits. Do you see how they telling on themselves, but they don't want to say it's a spirit? But listen, number 5, they do not come from any planet as we use this word, but from an ethereal planet which what's that word? I can't see it. Interpenetrates with our own and is not perceptible to us. What does that sound like? That sound like the spirit realm. They don't come from a planet like the word we come from. They come from an ethereal planet which interpenetrates with our own and they not perceptible to us. That's spirits. We can't see spirits. We can't see spirits. But they here, they saying they don't come from another planet. They right here with us, but we can't see them. That don't sound like spirits. That don't sound like demons. But watch, look what it says. Number 6, the bodies of the visitors and the craft also automatically materialize on entering the vibratory rate of our dense matter. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's proven that they spirits. They could automatically materialize. They could automatically materialize, just pop up like they be saying UFOs and spirits do, allegedly. Look at number 7. The disc possesses a type of radiant energy or a ray, which will easily disintegrate an attacking ship. They re-enter the esoteric. What's that word? I can't see it. This is a bad copy. They re-enter the ethereal at will and so simply disappear from our vision without a trace. Number 8, the region from which they come is not the astral plane. Oh, look, this is the part where it shows that it's Freemasonic and it's satanic behind it. Look at what it says. First, I showed y'all before that it says right here that the data was collected by so-called supernormal means. How do you collect data? It's a science you gotta file. You get what I'm saying to you? So they investigated in the supernormal means. That sounds like a ritual, allegedly. Maybe, I don't know. You be the judge. But look, I showed you that part. Now look at what this part says. Number 8. It says the region from which they come is not the astral plane, but corresponds with the locus or the talus. Do you see? Now listen to the next sentence. It says students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. Do you see how they just told on themselves? Students of esoteric matters, the spirits that they speaking to, the entities that they speaking to, telling them they don't come from here. They come from another plane called locus or talus. Students from the esoteric. Esoteric is pagan worship, Freemason, Freemasonry, Satanism, witchcraft. That's esoteric matters. Do you see what I'm saying to you? That's why they saying students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. Do you get it? Do you get it? They telling on themselves. And this is from 1947. So in 1947, the U.S. government was in contact with supernatural, extraterrestrial, whatever you want to call them, beings, and only students of esoteric matters will understand. Esoteric matters is all of that stuff I be talking about. Freemasonry, pagan worship, witchcraft, basically Satanism, demonic. So only students of those matters would understand. They worshiping demons. They worshiping demons. And look, let me show you. This is where, once again, like I said, they start getting, look, this document 6751 is from 1947. You heard? So look, what a coincidence that it pops up. So once again, satanic rituals. This is Jack Parsons. He helped the world and the United States with rockets, with rocket propulsion, jet propulsion. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But look what it says. He was doing satanic rituals, summoning demons, and then after that, magically he know how to he know how to build rockets out of nowhere. That's what I'm saying to you. Where is humans getting all of this information? In the last 100 years, it's like we hit, you get what I'm saying to you? And we accelerated so much in the last 100 years. But look, what a coincidence. Look what it says. This is from Science History Institute. Let's read it right here. It says the sex cult antichrist who rocketed us to space. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Jack Parsons practiced the occult and led a sex cult. He was also one of history's most important rocket scientists. Do you see what I'm saying to you? He was doing satanic rituals. Let's read a little bit. Jack Parsons was a brilliant rocket scientist, but he lived a wild lifestyle. Let me see. Where is it at? Right here. He was a pretty relaxed about safety and dabbled in drugs, occult practices, and sex cult rituals. Do you see what I'm saying to you? He's doing all this since he a little kid. Look down here. Look what it says. It says, at age 12, he tried summoning a demon in his bedroom. For some reason, he was convinced it worked. This scared the crap out of him. Do you see what I'm saying to you? He swore he'd never do it again, but then look what it says right here. It was a promise he would not keep. In 1946, him and Ron L. Hubbard, the guy who started Scientology, another Freemason, low-key, allegedly. You get what I'm saying to you? They did a ritual called the Babylon Working Ritual. You get what I'm saying to you? A magic ritual where they were summoning demons and sex magic and all kind of demonic stuff. And then after that, Jack Parsons was convinced that he had opened some type of portal and had let demons in. You get what I'm saying to you? But then after that, that's when all of this UFO stuff for America, Roswell, all of the stuff that been happening in America since Roswell been going on. That's when we get all of the little green men, right? So what a coincidence. That's when we get all of the little green men and the UFOs and maybe it's aliens. We get all of that after the Babylon Working Ritual with Ron L. Hubbard and Jack Parsons. And Jack Parsons blew himself up building rockets and messing with all of that crazy stuff. This is what I'm saying to you. It's a demonic undertone. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's demonic. It's demonic. Let's play this guy one more time because this proves everything. It's demonic. It's demonic.
I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret sap, and they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir. So it's ours." And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic and we should not be pursuing them."
Exactly. If you read your Bible, you will know these things are demonic and you're not supposed to be following them and chasing after them. This is what the Collins elite figured out. You get what I'm saying to you? This is what they figured out. They figured out that all this UFO stuff is more low-key demonic than extraterrestrial. It's more low-key demonic. It's more low-key demonic. That's why I'm telling you, after I'm hearing all of this, and we seeing videos to where government officials is actually coming out, testifying in front of Congress, saying that these things are real, and they're getting hurt by people in the government, and they're getting hurt by UFOs and UAPs. Watch, look what he says. So this ain't fake, it's real. They're dealing with a higher intelligence that can come in and out of our reality and can basically do whatever it wants when it comes to us. Listen to what these people high ranking that worked in the government, look at what they say. Testifying in front of US officials.
You had said that they're at one point you had said that they're has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile? You had said that at one point you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured, and the activity. And I got
by UAPs or by people within the federal government?
Both.
He said people getting hurt by UAPs and by people in the government. What does he mean by getting hurt by? He see government officials getting hurt by people in the government? That's what he said. Is that not what he said? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And the guy gonna ask for more, and he gonna be like, nah, I can't say no more. I can't say no more. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like what I'm saying and what millions of people been saying? Allegedly conspiracy theorists like y'all be liking to call us crazy people? That like, yo, it's something going on. It's aliens or angels or whatever you want to call them. It's some craziness that we don't understand going on. And every single time people been trying to get this evidence out to the people, they be mysteriously dying. Secret heart attacks out of nowhere, car accidents. For some reason, they just gone. We done heard everything. Every excuse we done heard. Everybody know about the Wicksboro incident where that guy allegedly made a machine where he could tell whether you human or something else. Everybody's seen it on YouTube. They shot him in the head right on YouTube. You can look it up. It's called the Wicksboro incident. They eliminated the whole town to where they said they was doing the UFO stuff at. The town not even on the map no more. The town not even on the map no more. But look, watch. He gonna say people in the government was getting hurt by UFOs, but they call them UAPs now. I said that. UAPs and people in the government. Watch. Let's play it back.
You had said that there at one point you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured, and the activity. And I got
by UAPs or by people within the federal government?
Both.
Okay, so there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
He said what he personally witnessed, him and his wife, was very disturbing. Disturbing might be another word for demonic. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. So maybe it goes back to this. Let's read this again. So why are they acting like they coming out and they don't know what's going on? But in 1947, they said they already know that the extraterrestrials, if you want to call them that, or whatever you want to call them, they already know that their number two, their mission is peaceful, and that they contemplating on settling on this plane. They already know they human-like, but they much larger in size. How they know this? But then they gonna try to tell us now. Oh, we got aliens. Look, let me show you. Hold up. What is this? This is cap to me. What is this? I don't know if this is real. I don't know. But none of this information is new. Everybody's seen all of this on the internet already. This was in Atacama. This is a humanoid being 6 inches tall, 6 to 8 years in age. You know what I mean? What is this? What is this? Is this an alien? Is this a demon? What is this little thing? Look, now out of nowhere, this is what I'm saying to you. Why out of nowhere now is they finding more mummified alien corpses and shock DNA tests prove they aren't human? This is cap, probably. This is cap. I think this is cap. When did the government ever just come out and start being real with the people and showing us what's really going on from the beginning? Never. It took damn near 200-something years. How many people had to go to their graves being called crazy just for now for people to be just coming out easily just talking about UFOs and everything is real? How many people got killed for this just now for these people, all of these alleged Freemasons and high government officials just to come out and be like, yo, it's real now?
Briefly, do you believe, just for the record, that the federal government, any part of the federal government, is knowingly concealing evidence about UAPs from the public?
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I also want to just go down the line. I know many of you have already said this, but I just, for the record again, just briefly, what do you believe UAPs could be or are?
Strong evidence that they are non-human, higher intelligence.
I echo my colleague's comment, sir.
Genuinely do not know.
Don't know, but we must find out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate those answers.
See what I'm saying to you? This is cap. How they don't know? They all work for the federal government, and this is a federal document that came out before all of them was born. All of them read this document. Why is they sitting here acting like they don't know where these entities come from? It says it right there in number 8. The region from which they came is not the astral plane, but corresponds with the locus and the talus. Students of esoteric matters will understand these terms, aka people who study the esoteric learning of stuff that's Freemasonry allegedly, Satanism allegedly, paganism allegedly, witchcraft. Those type of people will understand. See what I'm saying to you? They know what these are. These are spirits. We already read it. These are spirits. They can manifest whenever they want. Come in and out of our reality. Come in and out of our existence. Coming in and out of our existence. This is where they getting this technology from. Same thing like Ron L. Hubbard. Do you see? He do the Babylon working ritual. He a sex cult antichrist, but he helped rocket us to space. See what I'm saying to you? They summon these demons and worship these demons allegedly. Let me say that because I'm once again dealing with powerful people. But they summoning and worshiping these demons, and then they getting gifts. They getting technology. This the same story since how long? Since back then. Since forever. That's the story forever. Some higher entity came out the sky, started interacting with humans, and started blessing us with technology, so we worship them. This is the story since the beginning of humans. It's just the names change, but the story always be low-key the same. Maybe, I got one question now. Maybe this is that. Maybe this answers how British researchers could create an invisible tank. Look at this. Look on the left. The British Ministry of Defense captured the attention of the global media in October 2007 when it announced that it has successfully made a tank invisible to the human eye. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Maybe this is how they keep getting more technology out of nowhere. Who's explaining all of this to humans? Like I said, who explains oxygen to humans? Who explains Wi-Fi? It's invisible. Who explains Wi-Fi to humans? Who explains that? That's a science. That has to be taught to you. You know that. Everything humans learn, you got to be taught. You got to go to school. You got to be exposed to it in some shape, form, or fashion. Nobody wakes up the next day and then they just a rocket scientist. Like Jack Parsons. But you can wake up one day and be a rocket scientist after you summoning demons. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Maybe this is why they trying to... That's what they do. They create the heroes for you. You get what I'm saying to you? They create the heroes for you. So they'll make it seem like that's how you do in boxing. You create a fake, you fake. They create a distraction over here while they hit you. Remember I told you about the hidden hand? The hidden hand? So they'll sit there and cover up UFOs and little green men and make you seem like that's what... So they'll have everybody chasing that for the last 100 years when they really low-key putting out documents between themselves that was classified. It was classified for over 100 years. It came out in 1947. It didn't get declassified till 2010. So for all them years, they knew where these entities came from. And now, just now, 100 years ago, people were saying UFOs is real. They was calling them tinfoil hat man and saying that they crazy. Now, 80 years later, they want to just finally say it's real. So 80 years from now, then they're going to be like, all right, now, we've been talking to them. They always spoon feeding us. You get what I'm saying to you? But they create the heroes. Like Bob Lazar, like all of these guys, they create them. They'll put them at the forefront of it and make them seem like they're investigating, allegedly, when these guys is the same people that's just sent there to divert you. Like David Icke, you get what I'm saying to you? They just did to divert you from what's really going on. All of this UFO, all of this everything, why I ain't hear none of these people talking about UFOs, say anything about anything satanic, anything about witchcraft, anything about anything Freemasonic. Why I ain't hear nothing yet about that? But they so truthful. Look at this. This is the Independent. Former Canadian Defense Secretary Paul Hellyer calls on governments to reveal UFO information. Do you see what I'm saying to you? They make it seem like they don't know what's going on and they still searching for the truth when low-key they in the back summoning demons, allegedly. See what I'm saying to you? Look, another one. This is from NBC News. Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. He probably know about it too, allegedly, pointing at Trump. They both probably know about it. This is cap. This is cap. It's something demonic about it. And the Bible spoke about all of this. Coming in and out of our existence like that document I showed you said. Look on the left. It says it in the Bible. Do you see? God asked Satan where he was coming from, and Satan said he coming back and forth from the earth. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Back and forth from the earth. Angels is not... Think bigger. This is what I'm saying to you. You can't just stay in your little plane of existence. You have to think, and you have to think clearly, not in the matrix, not like a sheep. There's things that's higher than our existence. And it's not even about whether you believe in God or none of that. What I'm saying is that at this point, you can't sit here and act like ain't nothing happening. Everybody know the governments of the world love hiding information from the citizens. So if they at the point where they got to come out and be like, all right, it's real, you know it's way worse than what they telling you. You know it's way worse. You know it's way worse. This is what I'm saying to you. They always hold with information. Like the books of Enoch. Why that's not in the Bible? Why that's not in the Bible? We talk all about UFOs, alien encounters, supernatural, supernormal. They seen all that. They like, oh nah. The Council of Nicaea, 325 AD, as you can see on the right, they dubbed all of that. 27 books for the New Testament and 39 books. It was mad other books that did not make it in. You see, look on the bottom left. The book of Enoch describes the revolt of the angels against God before the great flood. The fallen angels came to earth to cohabit and give divine knowledge to man. Do you see what I'm saying to you? They came down to earth and started interacting with men and started blessing us low-key, spoon-feeding us with technology. With technology. But it's demonic. Look at the Freemasonic Pope talking about he gonna baptize aliens if they come down. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? This is what I'm talking about. People be in the matrix so much. People be in their own little world so much that information could be right in their face and they'll still act like the information not in their face. Look, let me give you an example. 3 days ago, I'm chilling with one of my homegirls in the crib, right? It's one of my friends. We watching some of the information that I'm putting together on this PowerPoint, right? And I just showed her that they said since the 40s that angels and demons, low key, they ain't say it in that terminology, but they basically said angels and demons and all that is real. Extraterrestrials is real. I just showed her that. You know what's the first thing she said? She said, well, all right, well, if the spaceship come down, I got to get my hair done. And that I'm in my brain like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You got to get your hair done? If the alien coming down, you got to get your hair done? That's what you thinking about? You got to go to a hair salon? For real? The spaceship come down, drop a damn nuclear bomb, they fry that lace front right off your head. It's gone. What are you talking about? None of that matters. None of that matters. Yo. Yo. People is like, that's what I'm saying to you. They already showing right now. I already watch after I put this video out. Everybody's still gonna act like this video ain't out, and I ain't just show that they summoning demons, satanic rituals, and it's low key demonic. Watch, everybody gonna act like none of this was seen. Just like this Pope. Look, this is why he's saying that, because he could get away with it. People are so caught up in the matrix and so busy with their own life that they can't pay attention to nothing else. The alien could come down right now. As long as you ain't getting abducted, the person could probably get abducted. They'll still probably go back to their regular life like it ain't happened. People is in the matrix. Most people are sheep. This is why this Pope could talk about he gonna baptize aliens if they ask him to. What are you talking about, bro? You want to know why he know? And if you read it, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you read into it a little bit, he says that the Vatican is saying that the presence of extraterrestrials does not mess with their way of life. Do you want to know why? You want to know why it don't mess with their way of life? You want to know why? Where's that? This is why. Because students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. They know. Remember? They got the information from supernormal means. Remember right here, supernormal means? Exactly. He know. They demons. That's why he'll baptize them. That's why this demonic Pope talking about he gonna baptize them. He know they there. Look. He know 1/3 of the angels, and 1/3, once again, is 33 degrees, 33%, 33 degrees of Freemasonry, allegedly. devil worship, allegedly, witchcraft, allegedly. He knows this. So you gonna baptize demons, Pope Francis? You gonna baptize demons, right? It's demonic. And let me prove it again. This is another government official talking about, look what he gonna say. He gonna say the only way you could stop, they information proves that the only way you could stop an alien abduction is through the name of Jesus Christ. That's crazy. That's crazy. What you want me to believe after that? And I told you, most of the time I be looking at religion shady. I see mad racism, mad pedophilia. They always after the kids. They don't want no grown-ups. You always see the stories about that, kids getting molested and all of that. Mad racism. So most of the time I be looking at it funny. But what you want me to believe when I already seen the UFO, mad videos, right? I'm seeing documents from 100 years ago where they saying they talking to them and they saying they coming from another plane, another existence, basically that they spirits, that they demons, that only people with students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. What you want me to believe after that? It's hard to not believe it. That's what I'm saying to you. It's hard to not believe it. But look at what he says. Look at what he says about UFO abductions.
Almost as if whatever it is projecting something into the mind rather than it being a real manifestation, material in front of you. These are the things that I've been saying, but these aren't coming from me. These are reliable people. Then you got another one here. This one was fascinating when I first heard him say this in an interview. What I found out was, as anyone who studies this area knows, is that these abductions are very often stopped with only one thing, by claiming the blood and authority of Jesus Christ. That's the only thing I have ever heard that stops these abduction experiences from going forward. They get stopped dead in their tracks, and we have seen it over and over again. That's John D'Souza, former FBI agent. Okay? And then this one I love.
Exactly. He said from his investigation, and federal employees and people who work for the government through their investigations, the information is leading up to basically the conclusion that the only way you can stop an alien abduction is through the name of Jesus Christ. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? It's so much information, it's hard to... I don't know what to believe. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not sitting here saying no. I'm not sitting there putting no conclusions on it. Only conclusion that I'm putting on it, opinion, is that it has this UFO alien agenda, this soft disclosure that they doing out of nowhere now. It's all real and it's just everywhere now. This has a demonic undertone. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But let me play it back again. Say I can hear it again.
This one I think is so close. Almost as if whatever it is projecting something into the mind rather than it being a real manifestation, material in front of you. These are the things that I've been saying, but these aren't coming from me. These are reliable people. Then you got another one here. This one was fascinating when I first heard him say this in an interview. What I found out was, as anyone who studies this area knows, is that these abductions are very often stopped with only one thing, by claiming the blood and authority of Jesus Christ. That's the only thing I have ever heard that stops these abduction experiences from going forward. They get stopped dead in their tracks, and we have seen it over and over again. That's John D'Souza, former FBI agent. Okay? And then this one I love. This one I think is so.
Exactly. My question is, what do you want me to say after that? What do you want me to say? Like he said, it's something demonic. It's something dark. He don't know. It's something dark. Let me play it again.
I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret sap, and they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir. So it's ours." And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic, and we should not be pursuing them."
These things are demonic, and we should not be pursuing them. Checkmate. Nothing else to say. As you can see, I proved that the UFO alien agenda is demonic. Study your enemy. Study your enemy. The devil never sleeps. He works overtime